Yellow. Welcome to A Moment with Abby. Ding. Today, it's TV Tuesday on a Wednesday. And today, we are going to discuss two shows I watched this week. One of them is from Netflix. Usually, I'm in the know when it comes to shows that are coming out. I had no clue this was coming up. I don't know, maybe I'm losing my touch a little bit. Anyways, it is called, and I wrote this down, and I don't even know if I wrote this down correctly because it doesn't look right. Night Stalker, The Hunt for a Serial Murderer. I think it's murderer, but I wrote down murder. It's about this guy, and I don't want to say his name too many times. I'm going to say it once because he is gross. It's about this guy named Richard Ramirez, who terrorized Southern California from 1984 to 1985. He also dabbled in other places as well, but mainly this docuseries focuses on Southern California. And it also comes from the point of view from survivors, the police officers who investigated this case, and also TV footage from the time. There's other people that come up here and there, family members and stuff, and they discuss how it affected them. And this docuseries does a very good job of telling a story from a victim's point of view and how they, work through it. Anywho, it's about this guy who murders a bunch of people. And it's not just normal, the old run-of-the-mill murders. This guy takes it to the next level by including a little bit of satanic worship. Okay, not a little bit, a lot of it, like a lot. He's all about it. He also doesn't like to take a shower, apparently, because that was one of the things brought up, that he was just gross. Personal hygiene aside, this guy had problems. They don't really go into his background in this docuseries. They do a little bit. Like, honestly, they don't really even mention his name until the third episode. And then they don't really go and show his picture until I believe it's the fourth episode. So they really wanted to focus on the victims and how Southern California as a whole dealt with it. I remember tidbits of the trials. I don't remember any of the, the fear from what I do remember at the time. Because I did grow up in Southern California. It's just locking our doors. We lived in a gated community when I was around the age this was happening. We just felt safe-ish. Kinda. We had to always kind of be aware of our surroundings. Like there was a time when things changed a little bit when I was younger. This guy terrorized Southern California because it wasn't just here and there. I mean, there was many people, many different ages, ethnicities, male, female, all in between. He attacked everyone. He was a literal monster. This guy, and I'm not really going to be focusing so much on him, like I said, because I just, gross. I just want to, I want to talk about the weirdos that surrounded this case and the weirdness that surrounded this case. So, watch the docuseries. One of the things that I thought was like, I was kind of happy about in the weirdest way, listening to all the names that are brought up in Southern California. Whittier, they brought up Burbank. Did they bring up Burbank? They brought up Monrovia, I think. Well, now I'm doubting myself. But they brought up all these cities that really, we lived in, we visited, had family members in. And so it kind of brought everything to like this little bubble that I grew up in that was like, oh, dang, this was really scary back then. So I want to focus on the weirdness that this whole thing kind of sparked. This guy is gross, right? He seemed to amassed a cult following. Not like, I don't know. People could have been worshiping him, but there was women, and I don't know, maybe there were guys, they didn't really talk about it, that sent him pictures of their boobies. Why? There was ladies who were sending him letters professing their love to him. Why? There was individuals who were pining and visiting and just, outside in the courthouse supporting him. Why? Because they thought he was innocent? I don't understand certain humans. Some people were like, he just has a way about him. Oh, yeah, murder. That's his way. So apparently that was sexy to some people. I started Googling and doing my research, and he got married. Yes, he got married. And I was like, who the heck would marry this guy? I'm going to tell you her name. Her name is Doreen. They got married in like 97 or something, but they apparently were dating. I do quotes, dating since like the late 80s. She had started writing to him, and I think the moment he got to jail, and she felt like he was innocent. There's no evidence. He's just a great, sweet guy. He is my friend. Okay, weirdo. So they get married, and they have a jailhouse wedding with, I guess, this guy's family, and her family disowned her, so they weren't there, and they got married. His lawyers were there too, just to make sure everything was cool. No conjugal visits. People who are on death row do not have conjugal visits. Oh, he was convicted. I'm not spoiling anything. We all know he's a terrible human. They caught him. He was convicted of 13 counts of murder, 5 attempted murders, 11 sexual assaults, and 14 burglaries. And that's only the ones that they could get him on. So this woman falls in love with him because he's misunderstood. Never mind, he loves a pentagram. He loves a pentagram written wherever or hand drawn anywhere. Like, he's all about it. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if honestly, I've had to record this twice because I was recording from the wrong mic. I don't know. It's late at night. Anywho, like I said, live your life. Be a good human. Don't be terrible. When you start hurting people because of like your beliefs in a way, like, stop it. No. I said no. But for her, for Doreen, she was like, he's misunderstood and someone's gotta love him. No, Doreen. A little background on her and how could somebody like learn to love a murderer, a serial killer / sexual assault idiot. She was a freelance magazine editor for some teen magazine in Burbank, California. Oh, maybe that's where I got Burbank from. And yes, her family disowned her once she started like talking about her love for this guy. Well, let me tell you a little something. Apparently, love for a serial killer does not last. I know, I'm sorry. This is not a tale as old as time. This is pretty freaking weird. So this lady, after, I think it's 13 or 14 years of marriage, not even together, she gave up her life and a possibility of a family, which, you know what, maybe it's a good thing that her genes are not passed on for this weirdo, right? But after 13 or 14 years of marriage, some DNA was linked to the guy, because I'm not going to say his name, to the rape and murder of a child. And apparently she thought, that's it. I mean, no. I mean, the DNA of one person. Come on. We knew. She knew. She just, I don't know. Does she want notoriety? Who knows? So after that, they separated, and then he dies, which that's not a spoiler in any way. He's a terrible monster. I'm just going to say he's a monster. And no one claims his body after he's dead in jail. They're like, excuse me, is someone going to come get him? No one came to get him. And she kind of slipped into obscurity, thankfully. Unless she's out there with like a different name, but apparently, I kind of like dove deep into this one. When Doreen's father passed away, even though they had disowned her at the time, he passed away, I think a few years ago. They did mention her as his child in his obituary, but they used her married last name. I'm not going to say it. So little old Doreen is out there. The last known, I guess, any type of connection that she has to anyone right now is an obituary from however many years ago. And then now, since this docuseries has drummed up more press for this case, there's a few newer articles, but no one knows what happened to her, which is okay. I think it's a blessing. Doreen, I hope that you talk to someone and get a lot of therapy, because that's a good thing. Therapy's good. It'll help you realize your mistakes. So, The Night Stalker, it's a very quick docuseries. It has a lot of sensitive information, sensitive topics about children and other people. Mostly it's the children that got to me. Like, that was, listening to somebody discuss what had happened. It was very sad. So if you're having a bad day, I don't think I'd watch it. I think I'd look for something else like Bridgerton. But if you are mentally prepared for a very dark docuseries, this is it for you. That's one that I saw. Another is today. Whether you voted for him or not, we got a new president. We have the 46th president of the United States of America, Joe Biden. We also have the first woman to be vice president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. They hold the highest office in the United States of America, and we are here as American citizens. Okay, I'm abroad, but as the American citizen of the United States of America, we should support them because only time will tell. I pray for my president all the time. Okay, not all the time. When I remember, I pray for my president. I pray for the government. Like, that's just what I do. You don't have to, but this is something that I do. Support them because we need to be united. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of points that I wrote down. I have my little notepad. And if you guys hear paper rustling, it's because I wrote my notes. Gaga, Ms. Lady Gaga, brought it. Of course, vocals amazing. Like, that girl, she is a singer. That dress though, I don't mind it. I thought it was very Lady Gaga. Would I have worn it? No. But she's Lady Gaga. Why not? At the Met Ball, how many years ago? She had like 4 outfit changes on the stairs there at the Met Gala. And she took up like 14 or 15 minutes. This was tame compared to that. What I wasn't feeling was the hair. Apparently there was symbolism in there. I didn't see it. I researched it and they didn't even say what it was. They were just like, there was symbolism. That's it. So if you guys know the symbolism of her hair, let me know. Because now I really want to know. And the Yahoo article did not give it to me. Even though they promised it. So I wasn't wild about her hair. I did like her dress because she's Lady Gaga. What else do we expect? And I was so I'm a little blind. I can't see things that are far away. I have to wear glasses to see things that are in a distance. And I literally thought, and I'm not the only one. I'm not original when it comes to this kind of stuff. I really thought it was a Mockingjay pin. It had Hunger Games vibes. My words aren't working with me today. Sorry. But it was very much Mockingjay. But then when I got closer to the TV, I was like, oh, that's a dove with an olive branch. Oh, that's nice. But do you ever wonder when these people are getting dressed, you have stylists and you have hair, makeup, I don't know, managers that look at you when you're looking at outfits and accessories. Wouldn't someone say that looks a little bit like a Mockingjay from the Hunger Games? Something that Effie would wear? No one said anything to her. No one. That's when you know you have to fire everybody around you. Sorry, Lady Gaga. I'll be your friend and I'll let you know, like, listen, that looks a little like Hunger Games. Now, another note that I wrote down. If you know me, you know I love J-Lo. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. She's still Jenny from the block. I love her. And we all know she didn't sing live, and that's okay. She sang live somewhere, and they recorded it while she sang live somewhere, and they recorded it and played it. And she came in clutch with the winter white. The long jacket, and the hair, and the makeup. I loved it. I loved all of it. I was like, yes, J-Lo. I love you. Work it, girl. My Puerto Rican queen on the freaking steps. Oh, love it. I love her. I don't even care that she didn't sing live. You need to fight me if you think she sung live. She didn't. At least she didn't sing live there. She sang live somewhere. I know the tricks. But man, that winter white was killer. Like, yes, I love winter white. Go back and look at pictures. And I love A-Rod, even though that used to be my maiden name. No one called me that, but that was like my initials. Little A-Rod there. They are so in love, until they're not. So another note that I wrote down is Michelle Obama. Yes. Yes, I do have YAAAAASSSSS. She is wearing that Netflix money well. I loved the color, and that lady, she can rock that color. Her hair looked great. I mean, I couldn't see her makeup because she was wearing her mask, but she was all like mono magenta. Yeah, magenta. Like, that's the color, right? Beautiful. That belt. It was wonderful. And I thought, yes, that's how you should spend your Netflix money. Because I don't know if you guys know this, they have a Netflix deal. They have produced some shows for Netflix. I didn't do that research to find out what shows, but they did. And they got that Netflix money. So while doing I do have to make one honorable mention, and I had to record that twice because it didn't come out right the first time. Amanda Gorman. She's our poet laureate. She is a majestic wordsmith, and she is very talented. So look up Amanda Gorman. She gave a wonderful poetic reading of her written word, Amanda Gorman. While doing my research, I came across a few pictures of Lady Gaga after she sang the national anthem. And she was being led downstairs and through the corridor by a Marine, I believe. I didn't do research that well. But she was being led out by a Marine military member. And she was looking at him like I look at burritos. with so much love and so much admiration. I want to know what they're talking about. I want to know, why are you looking at him like you want to marry him? Because Mo was like real intimate looking. Did she give him her number? Did he give her his number? Did they talk about like, want to be Facebook friends? Because look up those pictures. They're looking awful cozy and I'm here for it. Let her date and marry a Marine. I think it'd be great for America. If anything, you guys come to my podcast for that kind of research. Very obscure. So for today's TV Tuesday, we discussed the Night Stalker docuseries on Netflix, and we talked about the inauguration that I watched today. It's two very different things that I watched this week. That's my life. I'm still watching Dateline. I am still killing dragons on Skyrim because there's nothing else to do. And it's only, I think, a week 2 of this lockdown 3. I just want my shot. I just want to get back to life, and I need to get out of my house. I'm honestly making, and this is very true, I am making future burrito dates with my friends. One friend, I said, I need you over here soon. Once this lockdown is done, I want to have you over for breakfast burritos. She was like, yes, I'm there for it. I'm like, awesome, because I miss people. So, and then my friends are posting pictures of their babies that were born last year that I still haven't touched. I saw them out and about. I'm talking to about my friend Gemma. She had a beautiful little boy, preemie baby. I don't want to touch him because, you know, I'm trying to be safe, but I saw them at the store and he was in his pram and he's freaking adorable. Didn't touch him. And then she posted a picture and he's like sitting up eating food. Time is cruel. Sorry, I'm just now on a tangent. All right, for today's good of the day. And that's how I'm going to end my TV Tuesday, is on a tangent. For today's good of the day, I need to hear what you are proud of this week. Have you accomplished something that you are proud of? Did you do 10 push-ups every day? Was that, remember we were doing like squats and stuff like a few weeks ago? Whatever you accomplished from however many episodes ago, I think that was like 2 or 3 episodes ago. Did you accomplish it? And are you proud? Did you get a certification done that you have been working on throughout this whole COVID? Like, what are you proud of? Is it something simple as you washed your hair? Because that is an accomplishment, especially today, because we don't really have to do anything to go anywhere. It's really just making sure our dog doesn't think that we died because, you know, we haven't washed our hair for a few days. Rico's really judgy. What are you proud of? Let me know. Put in the comments. Private message me. I do get a lot of private messages from people commenting on the podcast. Tell me. I want to know. I can't go anywhere and talk to people to find out. TV Tuesday was all over the place, but that's all right. That's who we are. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye.